Hello. Still trying to figure this whole thing out. Find some truth in it. Maybe. There we go. Ding a ding. I wanted to talk about the synchronicities and happenstance and all that happening to me. And my personal experience, which they all seem to relate to. Sorry, the traffic's a lot busier now that the bridge is open. Bridge, open. Oh yeah. People talk about synchronicities, I guess, and I think maybe it's like looking for clues. It's like little signals to keep you on track. And I've heard people say when you're experiencing synchronicities, it's a sign that you're on the right track. I've also heard people say, stay on track. Stay on track. Toot toot. Like a train. I think I can. And so I get these signs coming to me as I travel down this path or railway or whatever, like some kind of locomotive. I think I can. But anyway, chugga chugga, I keep on going. Even when my situation seems impossible, I'm stuck. I'm stuck at where I am as far as what I can do. I don't know if I'm coming or going. Hard to make up heads or tails of, tell up from down, down from up. And as far as I was talking to a guy I know, and we got talking about his son and how his son. Oh my, that's stinky. Somebody let one go, I guess. But his son married, I don't believe. I believe it's more of a partnership than a marriage with sexual benefits, if you can call it that, or sodomistic benefits. It's important to distinguish, what is what, I think. But because the Bible, we got pretty far with the Bible, I think it might still pertain. Especially with all the weird things going on, in the world. But we got talking about gay stuff, and he would show me pictures of on his phone and stuff, and it just felt like he was getting a little too close, you know? So, I mean, whoever he is, but I'm thinking about it on my way home, right? On my bike. And I hear someone refer, usually when I hear, it's like grabs a hold of my attention, and I notice it, you know, it stands out differently than everything else. It's like a synchronistic event where my attention gets pulled to it and I hear it, and it seems to have some relevance as far as my personal experience, as far as what I'm thinking or what I'm doing or things I'm thinking about, stuff like that. But they said, as I was riding by these bikers, this burly woman was like, oh, it's some kind of hybrid. And I noticed that as if it's talking about me or something in my experience. It always draws my attention to it, you know. And I'm like, maybe they mean I'm like a crossbreed or something, you know. Which I've considered, you know, and that might be true, might not be. You know, my moods change, my attitude changes, ebbs and flows. Hi, Birdie. That's Bird. It's a bird. And the way this world is going, I'm thinking I might be Christian, you know, because I don't like the way it's going, and that's typically the experience of a Christian, I've heard, you know. Might be. I don't know. Damn it. It might be. It might be. But anyway, I hope that looked as impressive as I intended it to be. As humorous, anyway. But I listen to the Bible, and it's funny. I'll just pick a rant, like a book I haven't read yet off the audiobook on the streaming service which shall not be named. I don't know if I can say that. The mainstream. But I was listening to Scorby's audio Bible. I like that one. He's got a good way of reading it. I like it. I was listening to like Isaiah, the book of Isaiah today, and they were talking about women, you know, children being made princes and women ruling over the people, and how that wasn't a good thing. But in my experience, I've been told that this is a woman's state where I'm at, Wisconsin. It's a blue state generally. And I believe it because it's kind of mob rule, I would guess, in that sense. You know, you got Milwaukee and Chicago. So I don't think it's too far stretched to think that there's a lot of covert mob activity. Not to mention, you go too far left, you're going into mob rule territory where, I mean, it's kind of how the law is enforced, It's like they enforce the law on the minority here. It's kind of mob rule. As far as I can tell, that's generally how it goes. They enforce the law, but in order to keep the peace, they enforce it on the minority. The losers. That's my speculation, if you understood that. So I don't know what's going to happen to me as someone who tries to remain relatively independent, as far as I can tell, with right leanings, because I don't want to go into left field or off the deep end of left field. I don't care to be extreme in that manner. I was raised in a heterosexual household, as far as best as I am aware. If that's okay with you guys. Gotta ask, because mob rule. I don't know. But I think it's as a country, I think it's moving that direction. From what I've seen on TV locally and like on the internet, even though people are speaking out about it now, I remember a few months ago, I remember how people started speaking out on the things that I was concerned about. The whole transgender in the classroom thing, and so many weird things that we never had to deal with. Remember the good old days? Some of you? No gender politics, at least not in the government, as far as I was aware. And no Black Lives Mattered, because we already knew that. It was a given. It wasn't an issue. You know what I'm saying? Now we got all kinds of issues. Keep our attention. Keep you from living, as far as I can tell. Life is messy, right? Yeah. A system doesn't like messes. It likes to run smooth. Likes to run uninterrupted. How am I doing? Alright. Can I smoke now? I'm trying to quit. See that? It's gum. It's stuck to my finger. Let me get my lighter. Oh, this is good. Good stuff. No, I gotta quit smoking. They're my holy smokes, But they're my holy smokes, not God's holy smokes. So every time I smoke, God says, get away from me, I can't occupy your mind if it's occupied with your own shit, A cup is most useful when it is empty. vessel. Or host. I wonder what they mean by host. Lord of hosts. Because I feel like something's living in my brain, you see. That's how I feel. I feel like a host that's infected with a parasite. You know? I wonder if that's what they mean in the Bible. The Bible. Maybe I'm a host. The host with the most. I feel like a host. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes that's gross. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't feel like a nut. Sometimes it's usually gross all the time, though. It's nutty, you know, like nutty. Squirrels don't mind nuts, do you, squirrel? Where are you? Come on down, squirrel. Come out of your tree. Squizzle. You squiz? What is, squiz? What are you doing? Where are you? Squizzle teats. Sometimes he feels like a nut. Sometimes he's straight. Because I can't think of anything to say. Because I'm a dip. You're a dip, squirrel. Leave me alone. In the land of make-believe, children, you are my neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor? Will you be my neighbor? Hmm? Huh? Huh? Think about it. What does it all mean? I don't know. What does it mean? Because it's you I like. It's you I like. I'm not awkward. Boys are boys and girls are girls. Very special little things they are. Mr. Rogers even knew that. And he wants you to be his neighbor. Don't you know nothing? Hi, Popo, officer, off-icer. He's gonna check me off the ice. What is that? Golly. Oh, I know, right? Oh, my. Won't you be my neighbor? No. Mr. Rogers, all right. I'm going on 19 minutes here. I'm going to try to cut it off before the 20 mark. Don't look at my teeth. They're my bones. Leave my bones alone. What does that mean? Why do you say such dumb things? Brush your teeth. Chew more of that gum or something. Right? Is that what you're thinking? What are we thinking anyway? What am I thinking? I'm not crazy, you. You're crazy. I'm just trying to explain what you're doing. God. You I like. You I like. Funny, I'm looking at myself. I'm alright. I like me. The birds like me. I give them bread. I pay them to like me. I'm gonna go. God, leave me alone.